Hello everyone, I'm back again, this time obviously for the December update, and that's most likely be the last update of this year, which is not too bad. It's been, what, 9 months? It's okay. And once again, as it is another month has passed, we have the final installment of the Birthstone Dragon sampler by Ingleside Imaginarium. As you can see, it's represented by two dragons. I believe they're aquamarine and blue zircon, because I think the actual stone itself is zircon. One thing I did learn when re-looking up the various birthstones for different tables, so to speak, is last year the US listing actually got updated. By right, some of these dragons should actually have counterparts, and there's supposed to be 3 for December. There was, I think it's Tanzanite, I believe, is the third colour in the US. Here in the UK, it's, I think, 1 of 2. Could be 1 of 3, I can't remember. Another example is the aquamarine dragon here. Last year they had bloodstone as a counterpart added to the list, and I think other dragons got ones. I think July dragon down here, the ruby one, got a counterpart, but that could be the UK one I'm thinking of. But yeah, but standardly that I believe is the full birthstone sampler for the US, which for all you US folk out there, that looks really nice. You know, the UK one isn't that much different, it's mostly the same, but again, a few extra stones here and there, or rearranged, or, you know, counterpart stones, like the infamous, instead of, you know, this one here, you got moonstone. Instead of pearl and alexandrite, it's pearl and moonstone. So, yeah, there's that. And as that one is finished, obviously it means my version of the sampler is now complete in terms of pattern. Now, I would show you the progress on it, but I binned it. I got that fed up with making mistakes and stuff like that. I was just like, nah, go in the bucket, start again. And as opposed to doing 12 boxes, as there's 13 stone, well, 13 signs, each represented by stones. The last one I've represented by 2. It's also the current dragon. It's the jet dragon, represented by onyx and is it obsidian, which is the stone if I was doing 12 would have been done anyway. The latter of which. And that sampler is there. That is the full Celtic Birthstone sampler. So it's probably a bit awkward to see because it's in Polly Pocket. Actually, I'll take it out. Also, the size of it and my positioning on the bed probably doesn't help. But here we go. Try and hold this at the right angle for the camera. There's all the dragons, and I decided to put in the box down here the list of all the stones. So let's see if I can read this through the thing or do it from memory. We have, in order from start to finish, rock, crystal, peridot, coral, ruby, moonstone, topaz, diamond, carnelian, amethyst, emerald, opal, jasper, which I've chosen blue jasper because the only other dragon with blue is moonstone up here, and jet, which is onyx and obsidian respectively. So yeah, that was going to take a time. You know, I was already taking ages with the other one. That one's going to take even more time. Where did I put the Polly Pocket that's got these all... Oh no, that is the right one. It's because I had a printer from before on one side. I recycle my paper. You know, if it's only been things printed on one side, then I'll use the other side. There you go. So in fact, according to that, you know, with that sampler being as big as it is, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is the onyx. There's the list of, on 11 we have the list of all the things. You know, it's up to, like, you know, if other folk wanted to do this, they could easily put something else in there. I'll just put the stones in, because it was the first thing that came to mind, really. And then finally we have page 12, obsidian. And, well, 10, I'd say finally, but in terms of the chart, finally, because the final page is the key. And the reason why there seems to be blue scribbles and stuff all over the show is, yeah, I assigned appropriate colours to everything, like done all the proper conversions, but when I was going through my bags of like cotton and flosses and who knows what, I discovered I didn't have all the colours needed, especially for the border that needs 3.5 skeins of stuff. And the reason I say stuff is I got Anchor Floss, there's DMC, and the others, the unbranded stuff. I think I might still have one or two Moon brand flosses. Can't remember. But other than that, it's unbranded, and when you look at their little tag, the bit that's wrapped around holding them together, sort of thing, you know, where it comes with that paper strip around the middle. It says, some of them say 100% cotton, the other one's like, I think it's like 60 or 70% acrylic, and then the rest cotton or something like that. And to be honest, I don't know if it's the acrylic cotton mix or just the cotton one, but I think it's a lot better than the flosses. It's a lot more durable. Yeah, it's absolute heck to try and sort out, but I think it's a lot more durable. But the reason why that looks an absolute state and I've got ticks or numbers down the side is because of the substitute. Now, anything that's a tick, I had it. Anything that's got writing, I didn't. I had to change. The main one being the border. Because I did not have 4 skeins of whatever colour. Like in this case I had, excuse me, I just finished some lemonade. You know, in this case it was hazelnut brown was called for, but I didn't have 4 of that, I had 1. I thought I maybe had 2, but no, I got 1. But I do have 4 skeins of 889 drab brown very dark, which when I looked at the sort of colours comparing them via my program I used, it's the actual colour of the border didn't change, really. It's just the name and the number. So they're about the same shade. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I was thinking of doing it as like the equivalent of next year's sort of stitch-along thing. I was originally thinking of getting next year's one. It's known as Guardians of Notre Dame. It's like the gargoyles and things like that from the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Or Notre Dame Cathedral. From when Brittany went on holiday to France once. Or she just went visiting France. Could have been while she was doing one of her performances, actually. Because she's also an actress. I've got my pattern now in this Polly Pocket, just to keep it thingied. There's the fabric. Should be big enough. 14 count white Ada. Or should I say, for staple thing is 14 count Ada. I've decided to use white because that's what I was using the last time. And not to mention my falling apart. Not to mention the like the purple sort of envelope thing that these got sent to me in when I ordered them. The one that's got the cream Ada is at the bottom or towards the bottom of my main bag with my cross-stitch stuff in it, and I am not fishing it out, so I'll stick with the white one. I have ready for doing the gridding on that. My pencils are down the bottom. Yeah, I know you shouldn't really use pencils, you should use washable markers or whatever, but I use pencils. I can't afford these luxuries, I'm afraid. I've got my good old makeshift table, aka the box that my various embroidery hoops came in, like all the bigger ones. The only one that didn't come up in this was the 8-inch, and that came in one of those plastic envelopes, and that's the same envelope that I keep all the small ones in, from size 8 itself down to 3, because In fact, the 9, 10 and 12 don't even stay in boxes. They just are slotted in a gap near my embroidery stuff, my large teddy bear that I got free thanks to someone donating it to the Scottish Wildlife Trust. You know, finished a shift for the day when I was over in Edinburgh. We returned to the dice, we returned to Dalkeith, which is just outside Edinburgh, and found that someone had left their nice honey-coloured teddy bear in front of the door of our workshop. So I thought, waste not, why not? Because I remember that, taking it on, like sitting on the bus back to Edinburgh, taking me to North Bridge, and then when I got to Edinburgh Waverley Station, I'm sitting on the train holding this big teddy. It's like, when you see the large teddies you can win at fairgrounds, it's like one of them. And anyway, it's in my room, has pride of place, and there's a hat I bought for me a few years back that I have trouble keeping on my head, but it fits her fine. I got them sorted out. There's, including all the substituted flosses, here is everything for that's it. That's every colour that's used in the sampler, and I didn't realise it's open, so I'm going to have to squeeze that down and close it. I was lucky there, I didn't lose anything, but yeah, that's all the flosses that's going to be used in the sampler. In my good old purple current use box, we have my scissors, and I've got my usual scissors, my box of needles, and the only brown colour I had 4 skeins of, which is the one I chose for the border. I'll find where the 4th one went. There it is. Number 889, drab brown, very dark. One, actually try and hold this properly. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, it's 3, not only did I printed my pattern as a standard chart as I normally would, but I also made it into a PDF document. And when you have the table in the PDF document, not only can you display how many stitches and that's on it has, you can have it displayed in terms of length that you'll need. And by standard it's inches, but underneath that box that tells you how, the main sort of length of it, I think it is, there's another checkbox, and it's in 8 metre skeins. So I checked that, and the length on the table changed from however long it was in inches to 3.5 skeins. So yeah, I need a lot of this colour. But then again, there was another option on the bit where you can actually display how big the actual chart is. It's like this amount of inches by this amount of inches, width by height in inches, and then your HPI you're using. So in my case, the actual design is, as stated on the program, and thus in the PDF, 9.8 inches by 17.9 inches at 14 holes per inch. It's pretty big, and definitely for me. Oh yeah, and I've separated out a single needle for my doing the border bit. Did I put my scissors back in? I don't think I put my scissors back in. No, I haven't. My phone. No, down here. But yeah, that's my stuff ready for doing that. Because I also have a reserve project on hand. And I think a lot of people haven't seen this in ages. Actually, the last time they would have seen this picture, I'd actually finished it on plastic canvas. Well, finished some of it. I did the head of the character. There's all the flosses for it. This, unfortunately, I've already started. Because at the time of starting this, oh yeah, it's 14 count cream. Cream 14 count Ada. Already charted, and it goes, yeah, that way down. That's what I've done so far. It's awkward to see because it's black, But that's what I've done so far. That's actually the sleeve of a particular character I worked on previously using plastic canvas. And that character being... Give me a second, I'm just very unorganised here. Where did I put that? There it is! Oh yeah, that's a couple of patterns I designed myself. There's that. It's him. Rihanna from the Night series with his Quest of Memories fanfic design. It was actually the head part of him I did on plastic canvas because I'd learnt that it wasn't exactly wide enough to do the full picture, or was it not long enough? I can't remember. So I decided to scrap that idea, just finished off what I was doing with his head on that, and I swapped the material. Yeah, because there's some other pictures designed myself. There's my fairy one, you got the Rihanna picture, Happy St. Patrick's Day, and of course there's the Celtic Birthstone conversion of the Ingleside Imagineering project. That's really all I have to show in terms of progress. So technically, as that was done in June, I think it was June? Could have been July. But as that was done in summer, I haven't made any progress since the last video, by rights, because I scrapped the project. But hopefully for next year's, video for next year, I should have some progress done on something. Either the Rihanna picture or the Birthstone Dragon picture, because I actually got I sent the PDFs to Brittany, because it was her that designed the original pattern in the first place, and she replied via the messaging service, look forward to seeing your dragons when they're done. So yeah, I think that's an indication, get them done. It's good, not going to try and rush them, but get them done at my own pace. Otherwise, I think that was one of the reasons why I kept making mistakes, because I was trying to rush through them all. But yeah, I'm afraid that's all I got to show. Oh no, wait a minute, there's one more thing. And just like last time around when I made a purchase, it was not to do with cross-stitch, but I'm going to show it anyway. In fact, it's to do with the same subject as the last time. Last time I was ranting about a video game I played occasionally on PC called Bendy and Ink Machine. I actually got 2 t-shirts for it from the official store. They were not cheap. The t-shirts themselves were £16 odd each, which was a conversion from the £21.99 at the time. And then there was postage, which was like $22 whatever, converted to £16 odd UK. And then, because it's the UK and Her Majesty's Inland Revenue and Customs, or as my stepdad loves to call it, Her Majesty's Rip-Off, but Inland Revenue decided, hey, you're importing goods that are over £15, let's tax that! I had to pay another £16 on top, so for the price of 2 other t-shirts, I got my t-shirt for the price of 2 more. Literally, I could have got 4. But nah. At this time, these products were bought in the UK. They're not official. That can be told by the designs of them, especially this guy. But I got myself a couple of plushies. I'm tempted to get, when the events come out, the official ones, or at least the bendy one. But considering all the costs from postage from Ohio and the, yeah, is it HMIC? Yeah, HMIC. Because they don't bother with the and bit when they do the abbreviation. But we have the character Boris the Wolf. Really cute. And he's got his little tail, which I'm going to say this now. In the case of the game, the characters, they were not given tails in the actual design, but in a lot of fan medium, be it pictures, fan-made songs based off the game, the characters occasionally do get given tails. And Boris here, he's got his little wolfy tail. But yeah, that's him. So we can go back. And obviously, you cannot have a Bendy and the Ink Machine themed stuff without the dancing, well, Little Devil Darling, should I say, himself. Because if this was the well, I suppose you can call him Dancing Demon, but if he was the demon, he'd have ink all over his face and all over his hands and his body. You wouldn't be able to see his eyes, and his hands would be a bit messy. But the titular character, Bendy. And the reason why I call him Little Devil Darling is because, one, that was the title of one of his cartoons, and two, you look up his info and his species is devil. And I believe that's why, especially with a lot of fan things, but in this case, yeah, he's got a little tail with its little pointy end, so I think it's supposed to represent a devil tail. You know, if he didn't have the tail, you could easily pass this off as a legit toy, because this is based off of Bendy's original design from the very first release of the game, from the demo release as it's commonly known, because he's got 3 lines on his gloves, whereas from chapter 2 onwards they changed it to 2 dots. He's got a signature bow tie, he's got his cheesy grin in his eyes, and you know, the only difference with this and the original design of Bendy is they gave him a tail. Apart from that, as far as I'm concerned, it's still Bendy. I've got him, got him next to some of my other character plushes. I've got Tom and Jerry sitting at the end of my bed. I don't think anyone's seen a Compare the Market. Well, UK people probably have. I'm not sure about US, but UK people would probably know of the advert CompareTheMarket.com. The folks that actually made that did their own sort of spin-off version known as Compare the Meerkat, and I have a plushie of the main meerkat. I think it's Alexander Meerkat or something he's known as. Want him out of one of those hand grabby machines. I keep forgetting what they're called. Those grab ones, the crane game. That's it. One of the crane game machines, the same as Tom and Jerry. I got them at crane game machines as well. So yeah, I'm afraid that's it. I'm afraid just a couple of new plushies, and in fact, and again, unfortunately, I'm sorry I didn't show what I had managed to complete of the previous attempt at the sampler, but it was just really driving me up the wall, and well, current emotional wise, the way I am, I just was not in the mood for that. And by that I mean, yeah, family bereavement recently. So anyway, I'm going to have to sign off because I have a community garden to lock up and a good old 20 minutes to walk up. So later, have a great end of your year. For those that celebrate holidays, be it Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or whatever, and for the majority of the world, a happy new year to you when it comes to it, or as we Scots put it, Canty Hogmanay.